Go fuck yourselves! Back at the wagon, you find the lone minstrel examining your fellow exiles after they vanquish the chastity in a convincing manner. It is plain to you that none of them look well. The lone minstrel notices you there and turns to you. Reader, the faster turning of the cycles of the rites puts a strain on everyone. We have multiple cases of banishment sickness at this time. It is fortunate you and your other companions are available to conduct the coming rite, because I fear that this group requires rest. You bid Pamitha a swift recovery, and she nods weakly in response. You exchange a look with Tizu, who is exhausted after the last rite. As for Faye, it's clear that she wishes to be left alone right now. You leave the minstrel to look at them, and turn your attention to the stars that remain shining outside. What? No! The stars shine for you, revealing the path forward. Alright. Where are we going? Hope. Jomir. Trista. Alright. Who's 67%! Oh. Tempers, we're 2-0. We're 2-0. We're there. We're 2-0. And is that it? 1, 2, 3. Anything else? I think that's it. Who's up there? I kind of want to fight the Fate. They have puppies. That means there's gonna be a fast team. Let's try to get the accusers again, because they're assholes anyways. It's time we meet Lendo and the accusers again. We can make it for the spring if you're at first light, my girl. Let's recover the night for now. It's too late to do much else. The Chastity! Those bearing the names the Chastity count themselves disciples of Luscorian, the 100 Minds, first known for his wisdom and cherished by his modesty. Luscorian provides her to instill deep-seated deferent. Yeah, that's totally H-manly Tinder stuff. Fuck 'em. Manithos is staring out the window as you approach. I miss flying, reader darling. Take it from me. It feels good. As good as you'd expect. It's not enough for those Commonwealth brutes to cast us down there. To get their fingers on us. They make sure we never fly again once we did. Oh, while calling it an act of mercy. Let me ask you something, You've learned a thing or two. What have your studies taught you of my kind? We have a common ancestor. You understand long ago that there was only one tribe. They flew together and conquered the known world. Some of their descendants were born different. The wingless ones had little choice but to tend the land, with their hands on flesh. Over time, the wingless were disavowed, abandoned. It was said they were born under dark stars. In time, they formed an empire and they fought back. Not all the winged and wingless are at odds. Famous hearts such as Saint Trista Tethys proved kinship could be possible. Nonetheless, old hatreds are not easily assuaged. That is a fairly accurate to account of things. So in the manner, you yourself are a sister to me. My kind certainly aren't known for their good sense of humor, I can tell you that. My tongue's gotten me in no small amount of difficulty till I learned to keep it well under control. The mountains I come from, the views are certainly are different, but the bleakness it too. Being surrounded only by those consumed by the desire to avenge. We're very proud like that. Harry's vying to be the strongest, to kill the most of you. That way, we might just get a shot with the prince. Continue the line. The ends of male harps are all gone, but one remains. Even if he even exists. Imagine the best case scenario, so darling. She shakes her head. Anyways, I was thinking I'd rather enjoy traveling. The travel we've done. Change of scenery's done me good. Perhaps I'll stick wandering like this after all. The fact that I've gone some wandering now. If you excuse me. Turns out. Fruit. Where are we going? You and Bertrude spend much of the day searching through the desolate sprawl of Fallflat, until, at last, yonder lies an object of some use to us. Howler droppings! Should fetch a decent price. That's great. Poop. I just need... what you want? You notice Bertrude studying the Beyonder Crystal. She sets it down as you approach. The mouthy wraith rebuked our attempt to summon her. She was insistent we are too young to understand. She must be referring to Sandra. It seems Bertrude may be able to invoke her. Stubborn, that one, possessing ancient understanding, olden ways and olden times. Many centuries of history, knowledge of the 8 scribes themselves, held captive there with this green-tinged stone, within the wraith's own memories. Would that we could extract them in some way. Perhaps thou was induced to wraith's obedience, reading one. For we heedeth not. She claimed obligation unto only thee. Although, she stops and thinks very carefully. The Beyond Crystal is not to be tampered with. Your fellow exiles know that its use is for your own desertion. She backs away, still thinking to herself. Ignore the inquiries about this reading one. Our reasoning was taken us elsewhere. Her refusal to cooperate is like an ancient warning of some sort. It is possible the others of the southern bogs know of something of her, but we shall not be tampering further with such sorceries ourselves. The wraith refuses to cooperate, suggests her predicament is suitably deserved. She heads out in the huff. The air grows still and quiet, and you sense something from the Beyond Crystal. Mouthy wraith, she says. Can you believe it, reader? Ah, to be so young and foolish again. Sandra, unseeing, laughs to herself. Your proximity to the River must be sufficient to invoke her in this case. That crone of yours is far too curious, I think, but it appears that even she has learned her lesson in this case. Thank the stars I am beholden to no more than one among you nightwings at a time, and thank the stars that it happens to be you rather than her. And if that crone attempts to lay fingers on my Beyond the Crystal again, I shall have to torment her dreams till she's my age. You feel free to mention that if that comes up. Now, farewell! You know where to find me, lovely reader. She vanishes. It seems Sandra has proved resistant to Bertrude's tampering. If so much history is trapped you in the Divines, there it shall remain for the foreseeable future. Nope. 67%! 67%, y'all! Alright, continue the journey.
You are nothing, reader.
Oh my god, Brighton, shut up!
Nothing but a mindless simpleton. Your every action is a stain upon the legacy of the 8 scribes. The rites have been a long-held secret to keep out those such as you.
You awake from a little sleep you've managed this night. Once more the voice tormented you within your dreams. You attempt to rid your memory of it. If the voice is truly that of Archjustice Androbelus the Ninth, himself, as Wilfred indicated, then none of you are likely to receive too warm a welcome when you regain your freedom. Deep in the dry flats of Yormir Valley, you find a messenger imp looking to bring you latest news and rumors from the other side. This time, the imp brings tidings of Sir Gilman, what happened to him since the liberation of the Fall of Solomon, when at last his self-imposed exile came to an end. You learn that his return to the Commonwealth was met with much rejoicing, and that before long he was promoted rank a veiled captain of the Blood Border. And yet, with tears welling in his eyes, he did refuse the post, stating he no longer had the heart to fight against the high-ring mammoths as once he did. He then cast down his helmet, and when next anyone saw him, he was among Volfred's agents, having joined the revolution to reshape the Commonwealth from within. You thank the messenger imp for the report, and saluted crispy as Gilman would have. Soon the news has everybody in the wagon talking. Griha! Inspired. One of the Sea Dominion's own laying down his arms for choice. Well, it's a surprise, even having known him. The tears he shed ought to be bottled, and thus set aside in various salves. Do you think one day I could be as brave as him? I don't always think I can. Noble Gilman made a gallant choice, it seems. Our plan comes closer to fruition through his good example and support. The news of Gilman's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with a newfound resolve. Wish him good fortune. I'm glad Gilman's doing well. I kind of need him on these rights. Alright, who? Still 67%. I got a berry to sell you. Oh, it's always nice to see you guys. Honest, I'm not just saying that because you're a customer. It's definitely not saying that because of that. But anyways, go have a look around. Owler droppings. Berries. Will you? Take care, guys. Thanks for doing business. Alright, can I add this to somebody? Alright. So, I have 1 hope and 1 quickness. So, your quickness is 16. You need more hope! You need more quickness. Oh god, I got 3 slow people I'm gonna have to deal with. As the skies above the spring of Yormir darken, your companions watch in silence and wait for the commencing of the rites. Tizo speaks after a time. Kviha! Facing the accusers many times before. Now everything's ready and the stars begin to shine, precisely as foretold. So many titans! Fuck off! Hi, Brighton. How you doing, Brighton?
Rita, I am still very cross with you, you know.
Yeah, I know.
To think I saw in you a worthy heir. Not just to the legacy of the Nightwings, but to the future of the Commonwealth. That traitor Volfred. Only a fool would be seduced by his audacious promises and his dangerous ideas. That, dear reader, would make you a fool.
Never liked you.
I have no choice but to explain it thus, so even you could understand. Now for this blasted rite. Some of us still have our duties to uphold.
The adversaries whom you confront, when instead you had to run with Orlick, have assembled on the opposite side. Your power is burning bright. Lando emerges from the ranks of the accusers and calls out to the rest of you. You Nightwings! You thought that demon thug you sent waylaid us would be enough to save us from our true path, you other scum. Each time I think I've seen the lowest steps of your treachery, you manage to surprise me yet again. The accusers seem more determined to prevail against you after Orlick denied their chance to stand with you last time. That's a demon.
Go on, then. Faye.
Shiru-sama?
Bertrude. Volfred.
Very well.
Prepare yourselves, everyone. Come on then, Nightwings. We're prepared for you. 2 demons.
Now begin. The night's first banishment.
Bye.
Your adversary's Pyre is the first to falter.
Bye. 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 Bye.
'Twas a crushing blow against their Pyre. The Nightwing's Pyre burns brighter for now. There.
Sayonara.
Absolution. Vanished.
Bye.
Blessed be.
No, not again. I can't lose to you again. This cannot be happening to me.
Both banished.
Bye. Sayonara. Sorry. No, bye. Nope, nope, not going this way. Bye.
Such fervor. Disaster.
God damn it. Those things are really big too.
The orb is up.
Ah, fuck.
Thoroughly banished.
Bye. Bye.
Spectacularly done. Now go on, just once more.
Ah, fuck. Alright.
Oh, you poor Nightwings. Your Pyre
Fuck!
And it is done.
Yay!
The blasted Nightwings prevailed somehow.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
hardly
yeah, yeah, yeah,
deserved
yeah,
it,
yeah,
though,
yeah,
if you
yeah,
ask
yeah,
me.
yeah, 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 yeah.
The rite is ended.
I ate them at you. Wait! Blasted that decorated constable of the Commonwealth should ended up consort with the blasted fools and the cursed road, miserable circumstances. Those damn scribes certainly exist, for it is clear they have no love for me or anyone of decent birth and station. Maybe we just have to get to know him better. Maybe he's nicer than he seems? Our adversaries would appear to be most flustered by his failure.
There is much to learn from this experience. What is it you recall there, both
The rights demand we act as one mind, in perfect unison and harmony, and free of any doubt. I grow more accustomed to being a part of the Nightwings of today. Alright, Ooh.
Now take your sordid business someplace else.
Shut up, Brighton!